Go ahead. I'm fine.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Kimberly Madden. I'm the Executive Director of the Microbusiness Association of New England. And what we're really involved with is providing training, access to resources, and networking for your microbusiness. And today we're joined by Dr. Aswani Amici, and we're going to be discussing why segmentation matters to microbusinesses. And Dr. Aswani, what is segmentation?
That's a very good question. And by the way, thank you so much for having me, Kimberly. I truly appreciate it. Segmentation really is when you, I actually want to go back a little bit to kind of have a discussion about really why is, matters, just like you mentioned, to micro businesses, is that as a micro business, you do not want to be, you don't want to run your business with a one size fits all mentality, because it will cost you. And you also cannot be all things to all people. It's not possible. So one of the things you have to think of as soon as you start your business is to segment your target audience or your target market. And by the way, you hear me use the word target audience / or target market. It's just the same thing. I often, use both of them. But this is because customers have different needs. They have different wants and that need to be met. And so market segmentation plays an important role in making that happen. And so it will help you to understand, who are the people that are willing and are able to actually, purchase your product or service that you're bringing to the market. And so, to answer your question of what is market segmentation is, like I like to put it. Okay, so the official definition is the process of dividing your target market into subsections, but I just like to say putting your target market into buckets so that you can easily reach them, with the message that you have. That's how I like to describe, a target market.
Great. And
market segmentation and target market, by the way, yes.
it's fascinating to hear that those two types of words are interchangeable: target market and target audience.
Thank you.
What are the types of segmentation?
Very good. There are a few, I've seen, that you can target or you can segment your target market in different ways. However, today we're going to be talking about a few of them. There's the demographic, there is behavioral, psychographic, and geographic. Just really quickly, if you're looking at demographic, you're talking about the age and gender and income and family size and marital status, all very important. When you're thinking of behavioral, you're thinking of, loyalty, price sensitivity. Is also very important. And then when you're talking about psychographic, you're thinking of like the consumer attitude or their motivation. Why do they buy what they buy? And then geographic is you talk about, like, you can begin to segment people or put them into different buckets in regards to their neighborhoods and states and regions and even nations, depending on how big an organization or your organization is.
And how do you think consumer attitudes have shifted in 2020? Do you think
Oh my goodness. In the age of COVID, the consumer attitude has shifted in ways that we can even begin to imagine. Right now, the biggest thing in terms of, it's like people, like delivery. It's a big thing, like they bring things to your people, just shop online. I mean, it was a thing before, but I want to believe, and I think our audience can attest to this, that people now are purchasing stuff online more and more than they did in the past. So that's a big shift. And so, and I obviously customers, like I said, companies or organizations knew this before, but even the ones that weren't paying attention before are now paying attention, because you have to go with what is going on in order to to survive.
Right. Absolutely. And why does segmentation matter, especially to folks that own a micro business?
Very good question again. Yes, segmentation. I kind of alluded to it earlier, that it matters because it will help you, first of all, understand, who the people who are willing and are able to, buy your product, to purchase your product, or services, depending on what you have. But it also matters because, it's more. It can be more specifically and precisely kind of helping you to be able to connect with your audience in a way that makes sense to you. Another thing that I tell people, because sometimes these are big words when you're, particularly for someone new starting the business, trying to really understand what this is all about. Don't forget that you are also a consumer. So I like to start from there. So you are in someone's, a bunch of someone's, some people's buckets already. So think of the messaging that they send to you, the things that the marketers bring to you, that makes you want to purchase, want to click, want to finally make that, even when you're not thinking of making that purchase. What is it that they do, show, or share with you, or bring, kind of, even when you're on social media or any of those things that make you want to purchase? Then put yourself back as an entrepreneur, and then think of it that way. I hope that helps, because I often like to bring it, make that connection, so that you're not divorcing yourself from, oh, I'm a business, because just like, again, you're doing that, someone else is doing it to you as well. I hope that helps and makes sense.
Yes, without a really good comprehensive understanding of your target audience, you can't really fully penetrate the market.
Absolutely.
So, absolutely. Well, thank you, Dr. Aswani. This has been really informative. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you. I really appreciate being here. Thank you very, very much, Kimberly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.